is the greatest, Muhammad Ali, from the United States of America, coming off a TKO win.
Todd, can you spot the reach difference? Can you spot it? Look at that.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the black trunks trimmed with black. Here is the current Continental Heavyweight Champion, One Punch. Fighting out of the blue corner from the United States of America. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. You don't want to trade shots. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. You know, they have an amazing relationship with their coach. They've been working together for a while now, and it's really paying off. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out right there.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell to start round two. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. Blocks the left uppercut. Catch and shoot. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. Well, wait a minute. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the...
On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This boxer is special. They got a great future ahead of them. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. Will the referee step in? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Muhammad Ali in trouble. They've got the momentum. They've got the... Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. The perfect counter lands. You'd like to see more jabs. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Big shot, and down goes Ali. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that now. Here's the bell to start round 5. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Whoa, wait a minute. The greatest has been dazed. Oh, no. Ali is down. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. First up, one punch, and they will enjoy a power advantage. And he'll be taking on, yes indeed, Muhammad Ali. As you can see, they will enjoy a reach advantage. You want knockouts? Well, welcome to the right division. These are heavyweights.
Oh my goodness, look at the reach difference there. That reach is going to be an absolute nightmare to deal with, because if that jab is...
Up first, one punch from the United States of America, and they hold the SCI Continental title. In their last fight, they won by knockout.
Of boxing, in the red corner from the United States of America.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves, and here we go.
Close the door, close the...
Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Lands the jab. Carries away the left uppercut. He prevents that left uppercut from scoring. There's nothing quite like the chemistry between a fighter and their coach, and this partnership is working great. Ooh, that uppercut had to hurt. And forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know what, I've been in fights like that. When you think it...
And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like this? Goes down. I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
A shot from the...
1, 2, 3, 4. Comfortably.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up. Suck it up and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure round what to do.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Oh, no! Ali is down! What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Both men. The bell rings and we start the third. What is this round going to look like after all the drama of the previous round where both of these athletes went down?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Beautiful counter shot. You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. Swing and a miss with that hook. Missing with the hook. Tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This boxer is good and only getting better. No doubt they've got a really bright future ahead. Misses with the jab. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. And finally, Muhammad Ali goes down. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.